As Eric Stahl, I'm going to be teaching how to do a stabilization workout. First, we're going to warm up. We're going to do some arm circles to begin with. We're going to have them going big forward. Then we're going to do a big backwards. Then we're going to do big with a little bit smaller. Most people call it a medium circle. Then, of course, reverse. Then we're going to do small circles forward, just enough, a little bit, and small circles backward. Next, we're going to move into jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, everybody knows how to do as a kid. Just basically make snow angels just in the air, you know. We're moving to high knees after this. You know, just nice running form, as if you're running in place, just jogging in place, just keeping a nice running form all in the same. After warm up, we're going to move into some core exercises. First up, we're going to do the floor bridge. So we're going to get on the ground, all the way on the ground, back on the ground. Make sure our feet are about shoulder width apart, hands are flat on the ground. Might want to move your feet to where your knee makes a 90 degree when you thrust your hips up. Try to keep your body as tight as line as possible, and just hold the pose for the allotted amount of time. Drop it back down. If you have to do multiple reps at a certain time, thrust your hips right back up. After the floor bridge, we're going to go into the planks. So what we're going to do is we're going to get on the ground in a supine position. First, get on your knees, get on the ground, all nice and safe like. Then get your elbows where they're nice and comfortable. Have your hands together. Make a little triangle a little bit to your chest, elbows, and hands. You're going to make sure you kick your feet out. Then you're going to make sure that your body's in as straight line as possible. You don't want to be sagging down. You want to have your butt all up in the air. You just want to get a nice straight line. Then you do not want to have your head moving all the way around, making zigzag circles. Nobody doing all that. Just keep it nice and neutral as if you were just standing up. Alright, after planks, we're going to squat jump with stabilization. Get some plyometrics up in here. To do this, we're going to start in a squat position. Feet shoulder width apart. So you squat position. Then when we go up, we're going to basically roll up onto our toes, keeping our feet out, keeping our legs straight. And when we come back down, we do a soft landing. So up and soft landing down. Up, soft landing down. Up, soft landing down, and hold it. Alright, now we're going to move on to some resistance training. First up, we're going to be doing the push-up. Best way to do that is get on your knees first and get on your hands. Make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart. Make sure they're comfortable too. Then you kick your feet out to where they're nice and comfortable. You can have your feet apart or together. You don't want to be sagging down. You don't want to have your butt up all in the air. Just keep your body nice and straight as if you're doing a plank. You don't want your head going all the way around. No zigzags, no circles. Keep it in a nice neutral position. When you go down, you can go down to where you touch your chest, or really until your elbows break 90 degrees. Either or works. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Next, we got the kettlebell swing. Kind of a technical move. You want to have your nice dual hand grip on the dumbbell or kettlebell. Then you just kind of want to squat a little bit. Just thrust it upwards. Just keep that nice swinging motion going. Throw it over your head a little bit. Rise up on your toes just a little bit. Then we're going to go into the renegade row, similar to a push-up, except it's really a shoulder exercise. What you're going to do is, when you get nice and settled with the push-up position, you're nice and ready to go, you're going to have your feet just a little bit spread apart so you make the exact exercise a little bit easier. You're going to push up, back down. Then you're going to pull up with your trapezius and your shoulders to really feel that pulling motion when you pull up the dumbbell. You can also do this without dumbbells. You can do just a really push up and just basically bring your hand back. Then we're going to go into a single leg overhead press. What you're going to do is you lift one leg up, and then the opposite arm is the one you're going to be pushing over your head. And then you just basically just like a normal shoulder press with one leg. Then of course switch sides. Make sure your elbow doesn't really go below your shoulder. Next is the single leg squat. What you can do is you're going to put one leg up on a bench or box or anything that will really hold you. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Then you just squat down on one leg, making sure your knee does not go past your toes that you're squatting down on. Best way to do that is to put the knee that's in the air, just try to angle that a little bit down and a little bit inside. Alright, now the resistance up, we're going to go to cool down. We're going to go back to arm circles. Go big forward, small big backwards, medium forward, medium backwards, small forward, small backwards, small backward. Then static stretches to get our body nice and used to going back down to a normal state. We're going to do an overhead arm stretch. We're going to throw our arms up. We're going to grab one hand onto the other elbow. Going to lean into the stretch, whichever way we're pulling. Hand grab elbow, just pull it back. Build a stretch. Going to go into a forward arm stretch. We're going to have the elbow of one arm, grab the elbow of the other arm, and just pull it aside, pull it around. Both sides, of course, both arms. Build a stretch. Then we go into a quadricep stretch, standing quadricep stretch. We're going to grab the ankle of one leg and pull it back. You can grab onto something you have to make sure you're balanced. You want to lean into the stretch. You want to feel it in the hip flexor as well as the quadricep. And switch sides. Next, we're going to go into a quick groin stretch. So we're going to sit down. We're going to put our feet together where the soles of our feet are touching. Then we're going to grab it, and then we're just going to push our elbows into our knees. And then we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. You just stand up straight and then bend down, touching your toes. You don't want to bounce. Just hold it nice and straight. Be nice and neutral. Feel the stretch. And of course, you can always do a self-myofascial release. I don't have a foam roller, but that is always there to do.